Hi, welcome to Faces of UCM. My name's Jeremy. I'm the host of the Neverland Podcast, and I have a very special guest with me today. Please welcome Dr. Anthony Pursell. Hello, Doctor. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
You've got some very interesting items here, actually from Walt Disney World. Can you tell us a little bit about these?
Sure. About 12 years ago, I got a call to be an adjudicator for Disney World, and it basically provides an assessment for high school bands, middle school bands, and anyway, I go down there, a band plays a performance, I give an adjudication, I also do a clinic session with them, and then the kids go in the park and have a great time afterwards. So 12 years of doing this.
So talk a little bit about some of the benefits of playing music, even if you're not a music major.
Well, it's very interesting, actually. For many music students, whether you're a major or not, the joy, obviously, of playing music is just one of them. But we really are seeing, especially here at UCM and other universities, that a lot of students who don't major in music but yet still participate in music are developing the skills that anybody would get. And most of the Fortune 500 companies, HR specialists, are actually looking for some of the traits that doing these programs will actually inherently do, from developing work ethic all the way to just working together. And businesses are spending millions of dollars to try to train people into the workforce, whereas music automatically does this, and particularly something like the marching band.
You've got a concert coming up here very soon in October 21st with a piece that you actually composed. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. We actually have a festival the day before where we're bringing in a guest group called the Boston Brass to play with us. 32 high school bands and about 4,000 performing students. So the very next day we're performing a concert with the Boston Brass, but also with one piece by ourselves. And the piece that I composed is actually an arrangement of I Remember Clifford by Benny Golson, and it was written in memory of Clifford Brown, a 25-year-old trumpet player who was killed in a car accident. So setting that to the wind ensemble and having one of the members of the Boston Brass actually solo on top of that is the piece that I am presenting.
Very cool. So can you share any other favorite memories that you've had in your career?
Oh, gosh. I think probably the very first memory I ever had, or received, I should say, was from a student named Jason. I was the fourth band director in 4 years at the very first high school job I ever had. And right after the very first day of band camp, he came up to me and everybody else had already left, and he said, "Mr. Pursell, are you going to be here next year? Because if not, this is just worth doing anymore." So he was a junior, and they were just tired of seeing one person after another. I say that's not my favorite memory, but that was one of my very first and probably one of the most impressionable ones of what we really do for kids.
So how did you get involved in the events at Walt Disney World?
Kind of a funny story. I was the assistant band director at Kansas State, and doing the basketball band, there was actually a Old Spice basketball tournament. And Bob Raddick, at the time, who was running Festival Disney, which is the company, the partner company that does this with Disney, invited the pep band to go out and play for the Old Spice Basketball Classic. Well, with money and all of that, we couldn't do that, plus we weren't known for traveling. All of a sudden, I get a call about 3 months later in an emergency situation where a judge had to bail out, and the rest is history, as they say.
So how does the difference feel when you go into the parks as a guest and when you're coming in there to view like a concert? Is there like a different mentality?
Well, there's a different wardrobe, that's for sure. You walk in with a coat and tie and you have a clipboard, because sometimes we'll also adjudicate some of the parade bands that go through Epcot or the Magic Kingdom. And people start looking at you as if you're one of the Disney execs. So we have actually gotten on some of the thrill rides, if you will, with our coat and tie, and they allow us to go a little bit ahead of the crowd. And we, of course, don't take advantage of much of that. But on the other hand, I'd say it's more of a wardrobe choice, if you know what I mean.
Can you tell us what your favorite piece of Disney music is at the parks?
Oh, gosh. To be honest with you, just the animation, and especially Epcot. With Epcot, there's a lot of the World Showcase music that they do at the very end with the fireworks. My wife and I went there for our honeymoon, and we've actually visited there a couple of times as a family now, and it's the same show, but it's equally as exciting.
Well, it looks like we're running out of time. Well, thank you very much for coming and sharing with us, Dr. Pursell. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Make sure you check out the concert October 21st. It'll be over in Hendricks Hall, and join us next time on Faces of UCM. And you can learn more at ucmbands.com.